What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pete's Basement. This is what a hangover looks like. My head hurts, my feet stink, and I don't love Jesus, as Jimmy Buffett would say.
That's any other day.
That's pretty much any other day, unfortunately. Before we get into this week's haul, I want to address a couple of things that have been going on the Facebook and in the survey. First of all, Ken Jenkins has brought up a very interesting point, and he asked us, talking about like Power Girl and Wonder Woman and Supergirl and pretty much every other broad that's in comics these days. Would they be as interesting if they were not drawn, if they were drawn more realistic as opposed to the way they are drawn with fucking, double D chests and a 28-inch waist and a 34 hips and everything? And no, they would not be as interesting. There was like one comic that was drawing like more realistic women. You remember that? I don't remember the title of it, but it specialized in drawing realistic people.
But what's the main point of that? It doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Right, no, it does not. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't have anything to do with women, really. It doesn't have anything to do with objectifying women, which, I mean, we all do. But at the same time, look at the guys running around comic books. Look at Captain America. They don't look like us. Imagine a comic book with guys like us. Come on.
That's any entertainment form.
Right. You want the ideal.
The fantasy, it's entertainment. It's not real.
Comic book characters are the fucking like dieselest dudes out there. These are guys that if they existed in real life, would be on fucking GHB taking 3 doses a day.
Because Frazetta drew them not so like ridiculously small waist and a little bit of pudge.
Yeah.
But even his were incredibly hot.
Yeah. I mean, as far as realism goes, I think Joseph Michael Linsner is probably the most realistic artist there is, and he still draws voluptuous women.
Yeah.
Calm down, Ron.
Kick-Ass started that way. I mean, a term that, but that was the idea behind Kick-Ass.
The whole thing about Kick-Ass was it was supposed to be the real world.
Yeah.
I mean, it started with a viral video on YouTube, and then the comic book was supposed to be like news broadcasts of, this dude's adventures. And I would also like to bring up, on the subject of Kick-Ass, I'm not sure if Kick-Ass inspired these lunatics to do this shit. Real-life superheroes. Yeah, any of you guys seen this?
No.
These are like some real motherfuckers out there. Like, I thought it was just some cosplay shit where they, they make up their costumes and everything.
That's what it sounds like.
They're actually out there fighting crime. I shit you not. I'll repeat that. These guys dress up in fucking spandex costumes and things, and they're out fighting crime. And granted, this is a very heroic thing to do. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. Because motherfuckers got guns and shit, and they don't.
But where? Not here.
Which brings me to my next point. Motherfuckers are from like Kentucky, Ohio, Idaho. They ain't from Brooklyn, for sure. Definitely not. I applaud you for doing that, man. These guys take down like, drug dealers and shit like that.
Minimize it,
that's awesome. Don't do that shit in Brooklyn, man. Do not try, don't try this at home. Do not try this in Brooklyn. Fuck that. You will get shot. So guys, real life superheroes, check it out. It'll probably be on our Facebook page. It was on my Facebook page. It's some crazy shit. I applaud these guys. They need their fucking head examined. Another thing on Ken Jenkins also brought up, why do like the B-list DC superheroes such as like Black Canary, Red Tornado, Blue Beetle, why do they get such the shit end of the stick as opposed to Marvel B-listers like Hawkeye, Vision, Ant-Man, Black Cat? And we were discussing this before we started filming, and the theory we've come up with is
the name, and their powers aren't as cool.
Yeah, DC's still very hokey.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not a color, it's a lad, a girl, a boy.
Lightning lad, Saturn girl. The entire Legion of Superheroes deserves to be made fun of.
Yeah.
Seriously. And there was actually Michael Moore that commented on the Facebook thread, and one thing I wanted to highlight that he said was Stan Lee, especially back in the 60s when he was writing and shit, in the back of the book during the soapbox, Stan Lee, he said, treated any of his characters like a sports writer commenting on his team, as opposed to DC, which was a completely different take. They treated the fans as kids reading funny books. And that is no more obvious than, like you said, in the names, Black Canary, Blue Beetle, Red Tornado. Everybody's a fucking color. Yeah. Where's a color or a lad or a dude or kid, girl, whatever, it screams juvenile. And it's not to be taken seriously in this day and age of comics where you've got writers like Stephen King and other famous people. I'm waiting for James Patterson to do some shit, honestly, at this point.
He has a comic.
No shit.
Yeah, I heard or I read or something.
Really, we gotta look into that further. Like you're getting a lot of serious writers moving into the genre of comics because it's becoming more and more accepted, and that's no further obvious than fucking True Blood and other like TV shows like Fringe and the Candidio talking about fucking Farscape and shit. TV shows that are going to comics. Comics are becoming much more mainstream, and honestly, DC. They're not that they don't need to step up the game, or they don't need to. Let me. No. I just want to continue the point. Like they don't need to change the character's name because they are who they are. They're established for decades now. Is there any real way to like amp these characters up and make them badass? I don't think so, because they're always going to be like, you cannot make Lightning Lad a fucking badass dude that's striking motherfuckers down with lightning bolts like Thor. It won't work. It'll be interesting. It may be a cool story if like Mark Waid wrote it or some shit, but chances are Grant Morrison will write it and fucking Lightning Lad will have sex with the lightning and it'll spawn a little energy bolt kid and some shit like that'll go down.
Man, who was it that mentioned that
Who's gonna bypass the whole having sex with the lightning thing?
Yeah, no, you probably should.
Grant Morrison's Lex Luthor, is it look-alike? And he just fucking wrong.
You know what?
All our fans mentioned that.
Grant Morrison, Lex Luthor, and he's actually just has it in for DC. He's taking everything out.
But after Batman.
So yeah, that's why I think like Hawkeye, Ant-Man, anybody in Marvel is gonna get more respect. They treat their characters a little bit more in an adult format. I think that's probably the best answer for that.
DC had some moments, especially with like Sue Dibney when she died.
For sure, like they definitely tried.
She died. So.
Yeah, no, she's dead.
And that was wonderful, good, but that was out of the norm. There was no color involved, no cheesy power. It was just a character.
There's a dude's wife fucking flipping out and killing some other bitch.
But other than that, it's really a lot of hopefulness. Anyway,
Steve has eBayed out.
Yeah.
This week. So you got a hold of the Goon toys for how much, brother?
$22.
$22. How much are they going for in the store?
That's pretty good.
$65 each. I think it's some crazy.
That's ridiculous. How many sets are there?
I don't know. There's This is one set, but I think there's more because it says in the back that there's more.
For other Goon products, go to darkhorse.com. Fair enough, guys. You heard it here. Darkhorse.com. Check it out. These are pretty cool. Well, they're not really action figures so much as little mini statuettes.
I'm a little disappointed.
They're highly detailed.
I was hoping they'd be
something like to play with.
It's fun to play with those.
Maybe when the movie comes out.
Yeah, give it time.
Maybe,
give it time. Heavy.
This is hot. This guy's creepy.
Yo, that shit. I want a special edition of the Buzzard guy on the horse, and I'll certainly buy it. Give it time. Give it time. And finally, we know you guys have always been telling us to talk more about trades and everything. And off the top of my head, I can tell you right now that it was probably when I first started reading Spider-Man in the mid to early '90s. And Eric Larson was doing it. I picked up right after the McFarlane era. So Eric Larson, who was pretty much a McFarlane clone when it came to his artwork, he was...
Meaning the regular Spider-Man line?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing, okay.
It was actually right around the time that McFarlane jumped from Amazing to Spider-Man.
Around there?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah. Actually, it was a little earlier than that, because I remember the first issue of Spider-Man I ever bought was Scorpion was hitting Spider-Man with his tail, and Black Cat's like jumping over him like, stop, you're gonna kill him, and Scorpion's like, that's the whole idea. So we'll get more into some trades real soon. We're pretty much gonna make it a habit to do a trade a week at least. And I will let you know about my favorite runs on Spider-Man. These guys will let you know about their favorite runs on some of their favorite characters' books, because we understand like everybody can't go out and get every single book and every single issue of a run. So if there's some trades out there, we're gonna try to find them for you and let you know what's good and what's not. So I think on to this week, right? Green Lantern Corps 51. Just kind of filler until the next issue is the end of this.
So the big confrontation between Cyborg and